So you may have just picked up your Apple Watch Series 9, and you might be trying to figure out how you can go ahead and use this specific watch. Now, luckily for you, it's a pretty basic process, and hopefully by the end of this video, you have a good understanding of how to use your brand new Apple Watch Series 9. Now, this is a tremendous Apple Watch. I'm sure you're going to have an amazing time using it, and this is a quick introduction. Now, on the outside of these watches, you have your display at the very front. It's a touchscreen, I think everyone kind of knows that, but you're getting beautiful displays here. These displays now get twice as bright as the Series 8, which was the previous generation, so 2000 nits of brightness, which is crazy. These come in 41 or 45 millimeter sizes, so if you want, you can get the bigger size if you want. I have the smaller size here, but the bigger size I kind of prefer, but it doesn't really matter. On the left side of your Apple Watch, you're just getting this little speaker grill. It's great because you can even if you want, you can take the water out of your Apple Watch via this grill if you want to. I'll show you how to do that later. At the very top, there's nothing. Bottom, there's nothing. On the right side, you have a few different things. So you have your side button, so you can go ahead and basically power on or power off your Apple Watch via this button. You have a little microphone grill right here, but then you also have your little digital crown. So this digital crown, we do a lot of things within our Apple Watch with, and I'll show you all of that in a second. You can click it, you can rotate it, but that's basically how you can kind of, interact with that specific crown. On the back side, we have our standard Apple Watch charger. So this charger is basically the same charger we've been using since the first Apple Watch, which is actually really good. So you can buy those Apple Watch chargers all day, and you should be able to just click them in the back of this, and they will still work the same way, which is honestly very, very awesome. Now we also have the bands. Now these bands are interchangeable, so you can go ahead and there's two little buttons at the top and the bottom. So if you go ahead and click in the back button right here, I'll go and just kind of slide mine out just for the time being, you can basically see that we have these two buttons. We have a button at the very top right here and at the bottom. You can go ahead and hold down this button right here and basically slide this band out just like this. And it's a very, very easy way of actually sliding your bands in and out. So if you want, you can just go ahead and do the exact same thing if you want to, put the bands back in. So what you can do is you can grab this band just like so and slide this band just like this. So grab this band and that little metal icon right here, that's a great indication to show where it's actually supposed to go. So you can slide these bands in just like so. It can be a little bit of a process, but once you hear it click, you're pretty much good to go. The same exact thing for the other side. So you can grab that band just like on the side right here and slide it in just like so. And you should be able to feel like a little click. Usually it's supposed to just be able to slide in, but once it clicks, you're basically good to go. You should be able to kind of move it around a little bit, but that's it. Your bands are now connected. Now with the watch itself, I saved you the boring part of setting it up via my, iPhone. So we're already on the main screen. So on the main screen, you have a few different things depending on the specific Apple Watch you have. Now, if you look at your Apple Watch, it's going to turn on. So you can just go ahead and look at the watch and you can see it turns on. And if you look away from it, it'll go and turn off. Now, what you can also do is if you want to turn the display off, you can basically just palm the display like this and it will basically turn off. You'll have that always on display. And if it's not turning on when you're looking at it, you can just go and tap on the display to turn it on just like this. Now, another thing you can basically do is get onto the home screen. So within watchOS 10, Apple actually made lots of changes this time around. So within this specific watch, we have our, basically our home screen. You can interact with these specific displays. So depending on the watch face that you have a few different options that you can basically choose from. So you'll basically always have the time in the middle. You'll have some other widgets around the sides too. If you swipe down from the top though, you'll basically be able to get into your notifications. So these are basically notifications that are text messages, phone calls, different things like that. So if somebody's called you or they left a message, you'll basically be able to see all that information straight from this page right here, which is really cool. Now, if you swipe up from the bottom, you'll basically get into your widget panel. So these widgets, like I said, this is kind of new within watchOS 10. So these are different widgets. They show different things that you have, news ones, fitness stuff. You can also get into all your applications at the very bottom. But with that digital crown, if you don't want to use your button or your finger, you can use this digital crown to actually move within your specific watchOS interface. So you can see as you move up and down, you can just move this specific crown just like so. It's actually really cool. I love it a lot. You can basically come back into here, or if you swipe back up, you'll go back into your widgets. Now you can also change your watch faces, which is really cool. So what you can do here is you can basically just go through and hold down on your watch face just like this, and you'll come into this panel. Now you can change your watch face if you want to by clicking the edit button. So I can click edit and I can change a lot of things within this watch face. So I can go through, change the color accents, and I don't have to just tap on the display. I can use my digital crown again. I can change the colors. I can change the way it looks. I can change so many different things. This is my favorite one. You can also swipe to the side here if you want to change the complications. Now, complications are basically like the widgets that you see inside of this panel. So what you can do here is you can basically just go ahead and change out these complications. I can tap on one. If I want to, I can go and change it to alarms or astronomy or battery, any of these other things that I want to. So I can have a little battery icon there if I want. I can tap on the back button right here and keep adjusting my complications. So that's an option that you have. Personally, for me, I love doing that. But whenever you're done and you want to get out of this panel, you can tap on this little button here, tap back onto the display, and you'll basically see this panel come up right here. Now, if you click into the digital crown, so if you click here, you will see all the applications you have inside of your Apple Watch. So there's lots and lots of current apps that you can download. There's lots and lots available. So what you can do is you can just go through and find the specific watch that you like. So you can go into Spotify, you can go into all these other ones. So there's lots of apps available, like I said before. But you can also download any application that you want to that's available on Apple Watches by going inside of your App Store button right here. Not this one. You want to go inside of your other one, which is this one, the App Store button. Now, this application has lots of applications that you can download, which is really cool. So what you can do is you can hop back out, and what you can do here is you can essentially download any application that you want to. So any apps that are currently available within your App Store, you can just go through and download them if you want. So here what you can do is you can click on the search bar right at the very top left, and you can type in or tap on whatever application you want to download. So here, for example, you can just go ahead and let's say you want to download an application for swimming or something. You can just use the keyboard, type in swimming, and as you can see, that did not work. So I'll have to type in something else. Let's just do this. Let me just search up a random application, see if anything comes up. If something does come up, then you can search for that app and use it, and that's something that's really cool. To hop back out, if you want to go back into your home screen, you can, or basically click the back button, you can tap on your digital crown and it'll take you back home. Now, if you ever want to power off your Apple Watch or anything like that, you can hold down this side button right here, and that's going to bring you into this panel. You can quickly get into your, compact compass backtrack, whatever that is, or your emergency call. Or if you want to power down your Apple Watch, you can go ahead and click on this button up here, little power button, and you can slide to power off, and you can go ahead and power off your Apple Watch. That's another option that you have. On top of that, what you can do if you ever want to invoke Siri, you can hold down on the digital crown to open up Siri just like this.
Who do you want to call?
So you can go ahead and basically have commands like that. I'm not going to call anybody, but you basically have that type of option there too. And if you want to, I would recommend going through and getting into your settings application every once in a while. So your settings app is right here. This specific application has a lot and lots of different information inside of it. And I would recommend going through and basically getting used to these different types of, things that are within this panel. The big ones are probably within general. So big things, probably keeping your specific Apple Watch up to date. So go inside of your Apple Watch, specific application, make sure it's up to date as far as you can get it up to date with. And that's going to be another thing that's going to save you a lot of time and a lot of headache in the future. Because if you can keep your Apple Watch up to date, it can improve battery life, give you more features, and improve the security of your Apple Watch. Finally, one of my favorite things that within watchOS 10 is now you can go and click on this button one time, the side button, to get into your bottom panel. So this panel has lots and lots of different things inside of it. So it's kind of like your control center of your Apple Watch. So here you can monitor, turn on or off your Wi-Fi on your specific Apple Watch. If you have a cell model, you can enable your cellular signal from here too. If you want to, you can check your battery life. A lot of other options here too. Do not disturb mode, airplane mode, so many other things. So I would recommend going through and kind of configuring this by clicking the edit button and adding or deleting the things that you like and things that you don't like. That's another really cool thing Apple kind of threw in specifically for our Apple Watches. You can click done, click the digital crown, and you'll be back home. The biggest thing to keep in mind is that the more and more you use your Apple Watch, the more and more you're going to be able to use it and understand it. So if at first it doesn't seem like you understand how to use your watch, if you just kind of keep doing the more basic things within your watches, you'll understand how to use it in no time. It's very basic. I've seen so many people be able to pick up the watch and use it. It's very cool. I track my fitness mostly with it, but being able to check notifications and all the other applications that you can do within your watch is very, very cool. And I think you're going to enjoy it. So that pretty much covers it up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.